Nope.
7 days.
No, not yet. 8 days more like, but yeah.
7 days.
What? I'm so confused.
Take a look at your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
What's in 8 days?
I have no fucking clue. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I know. Let's see here. It's some asshole's birthday. I think.
Yep.
Hit the nail on the head?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hello, we is live. Welcome or welcome back. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to Novakast episode 530. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome to Study Buddies, not numbered, drinking the Kool-Aid edition. We are going into chapter 3 of Danganronpa. He did come up with that title.
Yeah, we're going in trial with it.
Yep, we're going into chapter 3's
I didn't
trial.
think that we'd actually use it.
I had no good ideas for a title this evening. Not for this part, at least. So, that's what it is. Alright. Before we get into that, we are safe for this evening, but we might not be safe for next time. Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Sage. Thank you for, you are gifting subs. Jesus Christ, thank you. Thank you for gifting the sub to Data Person, AQ2 Player, and Keon XD2670. Thanks so much, Sage.
Nice.
Very sweet of you.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys in the wheel?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
let's go. As always, I hope everyone is doing well. The second one was a typo, but I'll stick with it. Okay. Nope.
Friendship test?
Nope.
Yeah, no. We need to get together and
Redo these?
some of these.
I'm just sorry, I'm
come
lazy.
Up with,
Recalibrate it.
rule for
Yeah.
some of these, because I miss some being able to
Nope.
do some of these.
How many spins are we gonna do?
Another respin.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
That
Respin?
needs
Wait
to
for
be
it.
in the
Shovel
sport
time?
ball.
No. That one stays.
That needs to be into the quirk, by the way. Respawn the same wheel more than 2 or 3 times.
Yep. Alright. Speak without moving your tongue. For duration, let's find out. For how long?
Wow.
15 minutes.
What's the punishment again?
Oh,
Speak without moving
I
your
already
tongue.
forgot.
Speak without moving your tongue.
Okay.
Next episode will
That'll
be
be
531,
fun.
so
Really?
that's 5 times 3 times 1, which equals 15. So only 15 minutes. I gotta reword this to make it sound better.
nice.
Alright. Let's... Rob goes first.
Let's see who gets what.
Since he came up with the title.
Wow.
7. And since I'm playing for him, I got his card. Alright. Aden goes next.
Thank you, MJ.
Mm-hmm. 9 or 10. Is it going to be 10? It's going to be 10. Give him a
Okey-dokey.
10. Alright. And then, for me, what do I have? What number shall I get? 9?
Yeah, what weird.
Wow.
Okay. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 3 more rounds before we can start a new set of cards. And then add new things.
Nice.
Okay, with that being
Nice.
said, let's switch things over, shall we? Gameplay is
I
up.
mean, if we have to, sure.
And we're 5 minutes
before
in.
we get started, I actually have a really funny story.
Okie dokie. What about landmine link?
So,
oh shit, we gotta do landmine
haven't-
link by we gotta do landmine links. Since Sage gifted us subs.
I'll wait for my story.
Okay.
I'll wait for my story.
We gotta do 2 of them too, since he gifted 2 subs.
Yeah.
And I just added his new ones
Oh.
in.
Fun.
Alright, here we go, Sage. So sorry. My bad, buddy. Here we go. We will eventually get to gameplay. Oh, joy. Hold on, I gotta put the... So that means that we started gameplay. We
What the
are
heck is
starting
that?
gameplay later. I'm muting the gameplay so I can hear... So we can actually watch the videos. Let's see here. I gotta scroll through our DMs.
I'm not sure if this is going to be cute or disturbing.
Yes?
Knowing our good buddy Sage? Yes.
Come on.
Love how the both of you are on the same page there.
Where is it? I'm not seeing it. Hold on. Maybe it's further back, further up. I'm getting there, everyone. I'm sorry. Wait, maybe I'm not, because I'm not seeing it. I just added... Unless this is an old one. Then I have to go all the way back. Sage, help me if you...
Another quirk to add to the card. MJ gets distracted by slime.
Jump to present. Why is it not letting me see what you said? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Alright. It's called PP's Theme by the channel item label. I will put landmine links in the description end. The Novakast channel after the stream is done.
I have no idea what to think. What? Huh? Are the vocals getting higher pitched as it goes?
No.
Okay.
I think the thing we should be asking is, what the hell is that?
Apparently, it's a thing called ET.
I'm like waiting for something disturbed to happen. Okay, never mind.
Right. Considering how distorted the vocals are in it, yeah, I was expecting something disturbing towards the end.
Alright, back to the wheel of landmine links. Notice how I had no comment. Alright, let's spin! Landmine link number 2.
Oh no, this is gonna involve Fuwamoko. Fuwawa
Nope.
and Mokoko, I think their names are.
Let's see. Why are my messages not loading?
Was this,
Thank you, Sage. If you just resent it. Thank you. Sister, may I have some donuts by the channel Too Many Snacks?
I had a feeling it was gonna be a
Brother,
reference to that.
May I have some oats? No. The tall, skinny figure has thrown the oats at me. Me, brother. I am starving, brother. No. Brother, may I have some oats? No.
I like that one.
Okay, that was good.
That one was good. I like that one. Thank you, Sage. And like I said, I will put the links for both the landmine links in the Novakast description after the stream is over. All right.
Thanks to remind me. Hey, Aden,
What?
have you watched? Did I show you the Cell vs. Cell yet?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. He's
Oh,
got a steel. That's the heavyweight champion Rex. He's got a steel chair in hand.
10 minutes, 2 seconds.
Okay.
If it was 3 seconds sooner, we would have been fine. This is something I do to one of you. Oh, great. Says Sage. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of
good.
donuts.
I don't have the 10 minutes thing. Good.
F you, she shall remain.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Did we cut each other off during the intro?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yes,
Ready as
sir.
I'll ever be.
Here's my impression of Saitama.
Stay on the line, Saitama. Do it again, you'll be disqualified. And anime reference.
It would appear we
Does the
all
cell versus
have...
cell count as? Does the cell versus cell thing? Sorry, count as an abridged reference?
Technically.
All kinds of
Okay.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and apparently someone interrupted the voice line, so sorry about that. Sorry about that, Rob.
We're off to a good start.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
At least it's 15 minutes.
True.
It would appear we all have gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Not really.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta.
Yeah, Gonta do his best to help.
I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh boy.
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
Excuse me? It's your fault.
You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far. I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
You're right, we need to give your hamster a break.
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world. Eat it, nerds.
It's as though that every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Tua, please. Please lend us your power.
No. It may be difficult for us to rely on to damn straight. considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
You realize that Samugi and Kibo can't hear him, right? Only Angie could hear him. So you're not going to get any response back.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
So what? Robots can believe in God? Actually, before I met Angie, I had a similar experience.
He was in a cult.
Hearing voices,
Oh.
I mean.
Oh, great, just what we need, a deranged robot.
You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Yeah, the trial this time's gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
He probably made the fourth floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, that's not good.
No, he didn't. Yeah, there's no way.
Shuichi, say something.
What should I say?
I don't know. Back me up? See how it is.
Rumble,
All right.
rumble.
Some sidekick you are. Hey, Maki. Sidekick roles. The sidekick position's opened up. You want it?
Maki's eating. Shut up.
As usual, we walked towards the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there are fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped,
You don't think there's ghosts down there, do you?
and just like always, no. The doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now.
Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mono damn sad.
As much as I'd love to keep hearing those adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get this started. At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content.
third class trial was about to begin. Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist, she created the Ultimate Academy. Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Shibashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight for the truth and lies in this class trial.
Oh. Have we obtained any new skills? Like, or new ones to purchase?
How do I purchase them again?
Skills. You have to spend the little points you get for spending time with people on them. You don't have enough for Lost in Thought. Decreases delay?
Mind's Eye reveals V points effective during non-stop and mass panic debates. Saint's Miko ability silences all conversations except those the reticle is on. Effective during mass panic debates. Instantly silences loud noises. Effective during. Okay.
I love that skill name.
The key word in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. Effective during debate scrums. Just a peek, the entire screen will light up more frequently. Effective during Hangman's. Ooh. Increases the amount of letter cubes that can be acquired at once. Effective during Psychotaxi.
Also, there is a hidden
Power of Life and
Monokuma
Death.
During the trial.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be in a new minigame.
Makes it easier to push the opponent back during blade lock.
Okay.
Remove the penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. Tension gauge.
I might have a recommendation for you then in regards to these skills.
Okay.
Based on the ones that we have points for, that Hangman's or the one involving Hangman's Gambit sounded pretty good. Just a peek, I think it was called. Yeah.
Oh, right here.
That sounds really useful.
Does me mentioning that there was a hidden Monokuma in the trial count as a spoiler?
No. It's not in my book. Otherwise, it would have counted as a spoiler last time.
Okay.
I mean, we're trying to catch them all.
You're playing Pokemon, right?
Wouldn't it be Monomon?
Yeah.
Shut up, you.
And that counts as me correcting someone. Daggone it.
Nice job. Proud of you.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
And I don't have it on either. Or Rob and I both don't have that one. I corrected
nice.
myself, but that's... We agreed that correcting ourselves doesn't count.
Yeah, thankfully. How many times have we interrupted each other, by the way?
Oh, I already checked off that box. I'm so happy that I saved this slime. Yes, I'm still talking about slime, everybody. I'm kind of obsessed right now. I'm sorry. I bought my last one for a while. Hello, thank you. JKH Never Number 2 for following on Twitch. Much appreciated. Welcome.
Welcome in. I hope you enjoy. We will be continuing the gameplay shortly.
Dead air has not occurred 3 times yet.
Thankfully. But we've already gotten somewhat dangerously close, though.
Yeah.
Because I think we're on 2 now.
Yep. That's why I'm trying to see what else is on the cards. Sorry, I always talk away from my microphone whenever I look over to my right.
I'm back. Sorry.
It's all
Welcome
good.
back.
Okay.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone. It's showtime. Let's get this... Ah, fuck. Let's get this crazy, awesome trial underway.
Sorry, everyone, but I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma's overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Jesus.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman.
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
What do you mean?
The transfer student.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Oh God, drag me to hell edition. Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here.
Time for a non-stop debate.
Huh. What was it? What were the three?
Honestly,
File, effigies, Necronomicon. He's about to freak out.
No! Oh! So, ritual did work?
Angie did say she was gonna
Wait,
bring
let me just
Rentaro
double
back.
check one. Okay. No, it didn't work. I know what it is. No.
The culprit is the late Rentaro Amami.
Please
Should
stop
you say
it!
something? This isn't about believing and reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements. I know the ritual didn't succeed, and there should be evidence to support that.
So what are you thinking the answer is?
Necronomicon, and then let's wait till we get to it. Damn it! Son of a bitch!
Womp womp.
Oh.
It's so funny. You're so bitch!
Oh, I thought you missed again.
No, I hit the thing the first time.
I know, I thought you hit the second set of words as well.
No, I did. And then I was able to get another shot in.
That's not what I'm trying to...
No.
The second set of white noise for the same prompt.
Oh.
In the same moment.
How? I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone. So, she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, don't you think Rentaro probably not culprit?
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so, so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodam back to life.
Monodam is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodam's corpse. Wow. Monotaro next.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that can happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then the blame falls to one of us.
Who did it? Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tanko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
What? Why?
Why are you talking like that? Don't play dumb with me, Creepshow. I already know what happened.
Time for another non-stop debate.
Culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
Anyone could have taken that katana.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie. Ooh, yeah. I'm a fucking genius.
Is Kyo really the culprit? Does that story fit the facts of the case? At the very least, there was no way he could have forced his way into the room.
You okay?
You know, I was... Because did you guys ask me who I thought already did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, last time we did.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all good.
I just think it's kind of funny that, like, you know, who I assume is already being called out.
Well, duh.
So do you still stand by that, seeing as it was her that said it?
Wait, what?
No, I mean, well, I want to say I still stand by it, but it's not because she said it.
Well, fuck you too, dipshit.
But I want to look at, okay, so
Mugi's account.
Kokichi's,
'cause I'm pretty sure
Kokishi's
this is the
lockpicking.
answer. Huh?
I was just trying to remember what the three were.
Yeah, only one I can remember is Samugi's account.
Kokichi's lockpicking
Oh.
and Gold Leaf Katana, right?
The Gold Leaf Katana? Oh,
Was
okay.
it Gold Leaf Katana? Or was it Monokuma File number 3?
If not, it might have been Art Lab's back door.
I'm pretty sure it's Samugi's account and broke in, because it mentioned, because in the account it mentions that the student council members were the that were Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, and Tenko, and Samugi, and the only people that were allowed in were the student council.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's a Samugi's account. At the very least, there was no way he could have forced his way into the room. Got it.
V counter.
You got the V.
No. Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Samugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in in her research lab. She said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So, whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Sure you were.
Oh, how clever.
Gonta, for the love of God, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Thank you. You can just ignore her, Gonta.
What ignore?
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Samuki, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Samuki, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? 'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack.
Ooh!
'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Why don't you slide? Whatevs. The culprit should confess already. Don't Kibo or Samugi. Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez. I'm not the
plainly
culprit.
not the culprit.
Gonta not culprit.
Oh, shit.
Mass panic debate.
I think I can probably guess.
I didn't kill Angie.
Gonta is gentleman. Gentlemen not betray student council.
I thought
Certainly
Tanko did it.
impossible.
Dead chick can't be the culprit.
Anyone?
Why?
Oh, I know what it is.
It's not that
Remember-
fabricated.
Had access.
Look, I don't know who the culprit is,
Oh, such
but
boring
it's definitely not
Is that a
me.
robophobic remark? There are several suspicious statements, but the most obviously inconsistent is Kokichi's. I just have to point out the inconsistency.
What you thinking?
Kokichi's lockpicking.
Okay, with what?
Wait for it. Yep. Oh wait, I got it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get the V thing, but
It just barely hit the bullet as it was passing by.
no, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click. Clank.
There, open sesame. Oh, that happened. I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Bullshit. Huh?
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me all along. What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins.
Bullshit.
And it helped. I feel so much better. Phew.
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No. I'm definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? It's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No. That doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? That didn't feel right either. Damn it.
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom. And the one locked last was the back door. Back door.
Okay.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
But the back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool. Huh. What did they use again? Alright, the tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from outside was...
Ooh,
Oh,
mind
gosh.
mine. What are you thinking?
Oh. Got it. I found the Monokuma.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it was Gold Leaf Katana.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because it couldn't have been the sickle. The Gold Leaf Katana that was stabbed in Kaede's effigy. The culprit used it to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? Oh, what school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Oh,
Oh. The gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it.
I gotta say, I like the fact that they referenced it.
Right?
It's like, dude, it's literally the same, weapon that was from the first game. In the first
Might not
case,
be the exact
no
same
less.
one, but
Huh?
might not be the exact same one, but yeah.
But I mean, in the same circumstances with like the gold leaf peeling off.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm kind of meaning.
Okay.
So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was not set up after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy is hung upside down.
And you didn't do it as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies. If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right? A different purpose? What could that have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup.
I think I figured it out.
What?
I'm not saying.
If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Oh, fun.
Psych-
Whee!
While you're playing Psyche Taxi, I'll be right back.
Go ups. What turned the handle of the sliding lock?
Thinking time. Oh, so hello. Welcome to the stream. Good.
What's going on?
He's succeeding.
Nice. Next question.
Now it's my turn to step away.
Okay.
Okay.
So what did the first question turn out to be with the answer?
Katana hilt.
Okay, what was the question?
Like I'm drawing a blank. What was
Okay.
it? What was the lock turned with? I think it was the question.
Okay. What was done to make the katana turn the lock?
Okay. I think if I could probably guess. Just you know what? If this wasn't like a mini game, I would have loved that, like the background right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, dude, I gotta send you guys pictures because I got some really nice new shirts for work.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who bought them for me?
Your wife?
My wife bought me shirts. They're super cool.
Okay. How was
And
the
not like
effigy
regular. They're like
manipulated?
they're polo. They're like
Affect the lock.
okay.
What's up?
I was gonna say they're polos. And I love the fabric on them. Okay, so I'm gonna say spinning it. Good. That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it. I see. So the culprit used the katana's counter spin to push the lock into place. The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside. Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword, traveling through the air to intercept us.
What?
Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if a culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at midnight, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't have found a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up, so we'd think it was the same. It was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokuchi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility, but I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction. If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi.
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
In some ways, like, Monokuma, can you have the Mono Cubs draw and quarter that idiot?
Don't you touch my nugget.
With the way things going, more likely I won't have to do anything. He'll end up doing it to himself.
What?
Nothing will happen to my nugget. Last
There's
one
a key
standing.
phrase to... There's a key phrase relevant to individuals like Kokichi.
He will kill Shuichi. Sorry.
No, it's fuck around and find out.
No.
Eventually, he will find out.
He is so wholesome. How could you... How could you hate him? Maybe you just think that my love for him is all fake, huh? You'll see. It's making it sound like a threat.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
You know, with how emotional Himiko is right now, she's like in close proximity. Just stab him.
I'll stab her.
I can't think of a magic trick for that.
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Okay, I don't know how I feel about the angel wings and halo on Angie.
Oh.
You just noticed that?
Huh.
You just noticed it?
Yeah. That's interesting.
Wait, actually, I'm kind of wondering what's on Teiko's.
Nothing. Question mark?
It's kind of a shame that it's kind of a shame that Ryoma's is only an X.
Maybe it's a reference to tennis or something.
Maybe.
Doubt it.
I don't know. Oh, there's hers. Just looks like it's a spray painted X.
I
Curvy.
wanted to lure the culprit out.
Bullshit.
If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious.
Nobody's falling for that, you little twerp.
Sheesh. Darn it. That didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
No, you were gonna try to get everybody killed, dickhead.
Jumping to a lot
said
of
what I said.
conclusions there, Shuichi.
You and your fucking lies. Go sit in the corner and play with yourself.
Yeah, you'd like that. No thanks. Okay.
Wait, what?
Make me eat my own words.
Right. So, who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mute? I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? Are you going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Damn!
Jesus.
Jeez! Oh!
He's still my nugget.
Cum dumpster? Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster.
I can't.
You know what? I have to
can't.
ask.
I can't take that
I
seriously. I had to break character. I don't feel right.
Oh, my nose. That went... My drink went right up my nose. Ah!
Gross.
You know what?
Yes.
I have to ask. Is JR nearby?
Yeah.
In the event that he hurts you?
Yes. Did you hear me?
Okay.
Hold on. Did you hear me? Babe? Did you hear me? Okay, good. Never mind.
He's probably like, what the fuck are we playing?
He didn't hear. He didn't hear me.
Okay.
I was waiting for him to run in here, though.
He's like, what the fuck are you guys playing?
Yeah. Well, he knows exactly what I'm playing. Hold on, before you go to the next screen.
I'm losing it.
Before you go to the next screen. Hey, babe, come here. Come here.
Does this count?
Yes.
Did any
Yes,
of
it
that
does.
count as someone losing it?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, he was in the bathroom. No wonder he couldn't hear. Rob goes, "Is JR around? Did he hear what you were saying?"
I need to know.
Read what it says on screen. Yeah, I had to voice that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well,
He just looks at me, nods his head, and he goes,
What?
"Yeah."
Okay.
I couldn't say the line seriously.
Why?
Because I can't. I don't want to.
You should.
I should. No! You're not my dad.
No, I'm just paying for you to read it.
I already read it.
Oh, you can do it again.
I can do it again.
You sound more serious.
We're serious,
Oh,
huh?
God.
Stop it. Ah. You're an asshole. He's not gonna leave until I actually do the line properly. Thanks.
Oh, God.
You ready for
I'm
it?
so sorry.
You ready? Okay.
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
That was the kind of reaction I was gonna get. If that was the reaction I was gonna get, I wouldn't have said it. Hey.
Why?
Oh no.
Why are you still here?
Getting good.
It's getting good. It's not. It really isn't. Let's continue, please. Please.
Okay.
We've been sitting on that screen.
Yeah.
What should we talk about now?
Anything other Will just said.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members, or Kokichi, could have gained entry. Therefore, The culprit must be among their number.
Well, that leaves us 4 suspects. Samugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie. She's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
Why'd you have to remind me of that?
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I'd never kill Angie.
I did it wrong again. Ugh. So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
Go Power Rangers.
Suspect? I can't do it. Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
What, because of what I said?
No. I was trying to make a funny and it just didn't come out right, and so I just stopped myself by saying nope. Joke had to
Okay.
be explained.
I agree.
Yep.
Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Yeah, you'd like that. Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. Hey. Can you pull up the transcript? You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case?
No, I think that was the game itself, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the game.
Sorry.
No, and not just Angie's.
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Eh? What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first black end responsible for the first victim.
Okay.
We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest not to waste our...
It's not meaningless.
Hey, Rob,
Himiko?
I'm gonna be nice because I'm playing your court card right now. I'm gonna send yours to
Yeah.
you so you don't end up quirking yourself, since you would have access to your own card, right?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm being nice by sending you your quirk card so you know which one to not do. Because you're almost out of quirk.
Wait, hold on.
Ooh.
For those that are new, we basically play a form of bingo while we, voice the characters in Danganronpa. And all the squares are all our idiosyncrasies or mannerisms that tends to happen during our stream. And we spin a punishment wheel at the beginning of the stream, and if we end up getting a bingo, or we call it a quirk, then whatever we spun during the punishment wheel is what will happen for the following stream. And so the punishment that's up for next stream would be for 15 minutes, if somebody quirks, that they would have to speak without being able to move their tongue. We've done that. Aden and I have done that one before.
I had fun with it.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep that bad boy away.
Which one?
The one
Wait.
that will quirk you. Lower right-hand corner.
I'm trying to see where. Right-hand corner?
Lowest right-hand
Oh.
corner.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Don't worry. That thing's staying away.
Has that jumped on your desk?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait. I just realized something.
Uh-oh, what's up?
When you were gone, MJ, I mentioned to Aden that my wife bought me new shirts for work. Does that count as gushing?
That's a good question.
Kind of. It's a sweet gesture from your wife. Or implied to be a sweet gesture from your wife, but since we're kind of I guess it won't count.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, Himiko?
Tinka's death was meaningless. How dare you? Poor Tinka. How could you do this to her?
Oh, you poor nugget.
Don't use my term for her.
Culprit will die.
Nugget is exclusive to Kokichi.
No.
He's a little Kokichi
Himiko's
nugget.
the true nugget.
No! You are not taking this away from me too.
Yes.
No!
You already messed up a tour, come on.
Is this payback? Or is this karma?
There's
I don't know. I'm sure I did some bad deeds that I need to atone for. That's why this is happening, right?
Oh.
This is an affront to me. Yes? Okay,
Not
cool.
really.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what
I'm
you're
glad we're in
assuming
agreement.
I think in that sense, the term can be used for anybody. And I'm picking Himiko.
Okay, fine. Fine. I'll concede. For now. Hope your nugget dies. Himiko? Damn.
She's about to lose it.
Someone already did, so I mean, Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
You would die.
No, you like that.
He is the supreme nugget.
An upgrade from a nugget to supreme nugget.
Lies.
Everything you just said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No, it's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Huh? Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright, I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
In reality, she has a black notebook.
No. No. Alright, listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too.
As we're talking, she's putting Kokichi's name in the book.
Shut up! My nugget, my supreme nugget is not going to be in any such book.
You really want Kokichi to die. Damn.
Yes!
No!
Like, this is stronger than your disdain for Nagito. This is, wow.
I would say it's equally. Dude, it's par for the course at this point. You know that. You guys introduced me to these games, and I find a character most of all. And towards the end, it's like I freaking can't stand them.
I'm gonna make you respect him.
The only one that you can even remotely.
You did this to me.
I'm gonna make you respect him.
And Edgeworth.
I'm gonna make you say you at least respect him one iota.
Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival? That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Yeah. Especially hit and run where you're not wearing your using your headlights at night.
Okay, Samugi.
I'm kind of sad that there's, like, aside from Angie, there's no difference
You
on
guys
these.
will not know the
portraits.
reference.
I heard two different things. What was your thing, Aden?
I said you guys will not know the reference to that.
I know, that's why I was asking Aden what his thing was.
I was saying, it's kind of sad that there's, unlike the second game, there's not really much different aside from Angie's. There's not really any real difference except for a small, minute, like, bit on the other portraits. Like, just smaller or thinner or thicker X's. That's all they are. It's kind of a shame.
I would draw mustaches. To honor them.
Tenko was our friend. Don't you want to know what she died too?
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
Let me put tape over his mouth.
You do not put tape on a nugget.
No. Even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on.
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there are two different culprits yet.
Turns out he's not wanting to talk about it because that means his little accident could end up coming to light.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe. They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's death. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tangcrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tangcrotch?
The people who attended the seance. Shit. That was... It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinky dink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance thing.
That is actually accurate.
True. I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes?
Who picked the room? Just dawned on me. Who picked the room? It was Kyo, wasn't it?
I thought it was Himiko.
It might have either. It could. I think it was Himiko or Tenko, one of the two.
It was Himiko.
No, but who picked the middle one?
Himiko.
It
It was
Himiko?
Himiko?
I'm pretty sure it
Okay.
was Himiko.
It was either Himiko or Tenko.
I'm pretty sure it was Himiko.
Yeah.
I thought it was... I can't remember. It's been a week.
True.
If we all know of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Told
Okay,
you.
so it was Himiko.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Quick
Very
question.
well.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have either of you corrected anyone?
I have.
Okay. Has Rob?
I have no idea. Have you?
I don't remember.
We'll go with no.
Okay.
Right. Very well. I shall begin the preparations at once.
Here's a question, though. Did any of them go in the room when he was preparing the ritual?
I mean, he had to have help moving some of the stuff, like the statue in the cage.
But I'm saying, like, you know, before that, all that stuff, because he still had to lay down the thing, right? The markings on the floor.
The
Yeah.
transmutation
I think
circle.
some of them were present for that. Could easily be wrong on that, though.
Lift up the cage in its wrath. It's not Tenko anymore.
Or worse.
A blob of nothing. But what
No.
kind of looks like a mom.
I was gonna say an emotionally destroying, you know, half human, half dog creature.
Ah, we're bringing that back.
Hmm?
The little reference I made the other day.
Hmm?
Big sister and she.
That doesn't count as not paying attention. It just didn't recall.
No. But that one's already happened anyway.
Wait.
Okay.
Not paying attention?
Yeah.
When?
I wasn't
Now?
paying attention earlier. No, I wasn't paying attention earlier. Like around the time of the
Okay.
psyche taxi, I think it was.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
The point of entry from outside. He must be referring to. Trying to think, wasn't there a hole?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the hole about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes. There's a cross space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that a possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tanko's killer.
Oh, really now? Be right back.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Oh my gosh. It's true that with a little light, you could move around under the floor. But thinking about that room, I don't think it would be possible to use light under the floor.
So what are you gonna do?
I think it's hole in the corner, and then our villain had a light. Nice.
You got that, V.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through, and we would have seen it.
And we'll be back when Aden gets back. Actually, no, we'll stay right here until Aden gets back.
Yeah.
I'm kind of running a little experiment with one of the slimes that I got. It's called Koi Pond, and it's a clear slime, but since I was playing with it when I first got it, I inflated it and put a bunch of air bubbles in it. And now I'm trying not to touch it to see how long it takes for it to actually go back to being clear again. But I want to touch it. It's been a week so far, and it's kind of cleared up, but I mean, I wouldn't be able to see through it. It's not scented, or it says it's not supposed to be scented, but it kind of smells like lychee to me. Or it did.
Nice.
Yeah. I know, I talk about slime a lot. I'm sure JR is tired of it. They're fidget toys for me. I brought one to work the other day. The one that I was about to throw out because I thought it was no good. I actually should spray some stuff into this to make it last longer. Because I have another one that I've been playing with so much that I shrank it. Whoops. And then I did the opposite for another one that I had to have 2 containers for. Are you doing anything on actual Memorial Day?
I think what I'm probably gonna end up doing, my wife's gonna be probably gonna be sleeping because she has work in the evening. In the morning. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. I started doing a side gig.
What'd you do? Or what are you doing?
I'm doing delivery driving for Walmart.
Oh yeah, you told me that. I'm pretty sure you told me that.
Well, I think it was like Thursday or Friday. I did my first set of deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, actually, what's kind of funny is like my first ever delivery was to one of the old facilities I worked at.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
That's funny.
And unfortunately, like when I got there, nobody was coming to the front desk to check to get the order.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like worrying about the timing for the second order. But lucky for me, the second order was like only 3 minutes away.
Oh, nice. Usually
So,
when I get
it all
stuff
worked out.
delivered, I always have it, I put in my notes, or a note to the driver, deliver, saying, like, leave it on front porch, do not knock or ring doorbell. Because I'm usually paying attention to it on the app, so I don't need them to ring my doorbell or anything like that. And before, it'd be like if I had a dog, when I had Daisy, I wouldn't want them to ring the doorbell because she would start barking.
Yeah.
Ash doesn't meow when the doorbell rings. She just kind of looks confused and is like, what's going on? Because you have one brain cell, right? Just kidding. I did see a slime that was released. I've been paying attention to Slime Shop restocks, and there was one they released. It's called One Brain Cell, and it's a cloud slime, but it has a cat, like an orange cat charm on it. And it made me think of this little furry one next to me. My little orange one collective brain cell kitty. And she needs her food soon. She hasn't been eating that much, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Because last time that happened, she ended up having a seizure.
Oh no.
Because she wasn't eating enough of her food, and so I was throwing it out, and so she wasn't getting enough of her medicine, and then she had a seizure. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I bothering you?
I will be right back.
Okay, I'll hold the fort. Oh, everyone's
Okay,
leaving
sorry.
me. Kitty's leaving me too. It's okay. Let's see. I know a lot of people go camping on Memorial Day. Fun fact, I've never really been camping before. I don't count like going to like up north to a cabin or like sleeping in a tent with a couple of my friends from middle school out in my yard as camping per se. So I've never gone like traditional camping. I kind of lived a bit of a sheltered life. Didn't have very many friends. I wasn't really allowed to. And so they would go camping, but I don't know. And camping never really sounded that fun to me. I don't know. I was just one of those girls that just didn't really like getting dirty or anything like that. It sounds weird, but I loved climbing trees, and I loved being outdoors. So it was a little weird, to say the least. At least I can admit it. Also, I don't think weird's a bad thing anyway. Hope you enjoy my rambling. Yeah, Rob wants this ramble to join him in an audio podcast for the channel. I don't know if anyone would want that. If you do, please let us know, but I should just, be a little more confident in myself or not put myself down like that, but, I'm human. I'm sure some of you feel that way at times too. I did warn Rob a little bit that this execution is by far the dumbest in the series, I would say.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I've been holding the fort.
What I miss?
I've just been holding the fort with my ramblings.
Oh, so Rob stepped away?
Yes, he did. And so did Ash.
Okay.
Everyone left me.
Ash jumped on the desk?
No, she did not.
Okay.
She just left me.
I did notice on the way out of the room that there was dead air, so I guess that happened 3 times now.
Oh yeah, I checked that box a long time ago. I've been meaning to tell you to do the same.
What else? Any other new boxes?
Nope.
Okay. So, what did I miss in regards to the trial?
We only just did the one, non-stop debate.
What was?
But it was like that. Their possibility of light being underneath the floorboards.
Ah.
But we waited for you.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
I keep kicking myself because I keep backsliding back into the one from Ultra Despair Girl.
Kotoko?
Keep back. Yeah, Kotoko. I keep backslide. I catch myself on occasion still doing her voice for Himiko.
That doesn't count as using another voice for a character, right? Or does it?
I don't know. It's hard for me to properly pin down how I want to do Himiko's voice. I'm not gonna lie. Which is probably part of the reason why. Does the self-critique count, by the way?
Nope.
Okay.
Just like we can't correct ourselves.
Okay.
I'm actually doing pretty good for this turn, or for this card. Or doing pretty well, I should say.
Honestly, more I think about it, I think the answer's definitive no. Otherwise, we'll have to mark that every single stream during this game.
For what?
Using the wrong voice.
Oh, okay.
Because it's happened every single stream for this game.
I kind of want to change the card for when the next set of cards comes around. For instead of Rob gushes about his wife, Rob brings up his wife.
Okay.
He might hate that, though.
Yeah.
But it would save
is
us a lot
why
of
I
time of
believe we
arguing or
decided to
debating on
change.
whether or not it was a gush.
Yeah. It's just... If memory serves, when we were first coming up with that, that's why... That particular reason was exactly why we worded it as gushes about his wife.
Mm-hmm. And now we're talking about doing the
Oh.
opposite. Fun.
Yeah. Gotta love how it goes full circle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking forward to next chapter, even though I haven't experienced it. The only part I've experienced next chapter is the execution. Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
I'm still scarred. I'm still scarred.
It's okay, me too.
Uh,
But I think it's the investigate, not the investigating, but the, well, yeah, kind of the investigating part, the investigation part is fun. I think it's probably my favorite level or chapter out of the series.
okay.
Because it ends up turning into
I'm
RPG.
kind of looking forward to the chapter, though.
Or a 3D
Even with
RPG.
even knowing the execution. Nice.
Because you remember that supercomputer that we found? That's behind the walls on the 4th floor?
The what?
The supercomputer?
Do I remember the what? You were cutting out on my end.
The supercomputer on the 4th floor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a VR.
Yeah.
It's a VR thing.
Ooh, I'm assuming that Rob is waking up his wife.
I just hope it's not stylized in such a way that I'll have flashbacks to a particular dungeon in Persona 4.
I doubt it. Do any of them take place in a lodge?
No. It's 8-bit style fantasy dungeon.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Okay.
They're chibi. They're all chibis. And they're adorable.
Ah. Okay.
3D chibis.
Nice.
That definitely counts as spoilers mentioned.
Yeah. I'll mark that in a moment.
You're about to mark another box too, probably in a few seconds.
Oh?
Oh, or maybe not.
Oh.
Nope, yeah, you are. You stay away
Okay.
from them. Please. Oh, you jump on the desk just to get back in your bed. That's cool. You asshole.
Aww. At least she's not going for the Apollo's Ahoge.
She doesn't
What's
ever
that?
go for Apollo's Ahoge. She goes for Toodles and in
Goes for
Monokuma.
what?
She goes for Toodles, the little stress toy that Rob named that I have.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes for the little Monokuma figure that comes with my Junko Nendoroid.
Huh. I could have sworn at some point she had continuously messed with Apollo's Ahoge.
No. The Apollo's Ahoge was what was like. I'm surprised she wasn't messing with. No, she messes
Oh.
with the hold it sign that's next to Apollo.
Ah.
No, his Ahoge normally it would never stay on his head. It was like so, like it wasn't molded properly, and so it normally would fall off with just like a slight breeze. but it's been hanging on and even fell over like directly on it and it still hasn't come off, so I don't know what I did. I don't think I put glue in it.
Huh.
I don't think I was that dumb.
I don't think you did, because on the off chance you decide to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like me. I did have to remove the little mochi toy that came with one of the slimes that I got because I set it on top of Apollo's little desk and Ash keeps bringing it to my room.
Aww.
Doesn't give it to me, she just sets it on the floor next to the rug on JR's side of the bed. I want to teach her how to play fetch. It's not working out so well, but we'll get there. I mean, I trained her to do other things.
Yeah.
I've kind of trained her how to do sad meow.
Aww.
I have her do her tricks before she gets her wet food. And so I have her, like, spin in a circle. She has to, like, kind of get up on her hind legs and, like, bunt the back of my hand, or the palm of my hand. And then
I'm back.
Before I set the food down, I go, sad meow, and she goes, meow.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So the light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You'd want that, you fucking bigot.
You want me to die, so what's the difference? Oh right, I'm human, you're not.
Fuck you. You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Alright. You made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight, it's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Gonza think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you. Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
Maybe they marked Tenko as glowing pain and look for that?
No, a reference to game 2.
Not just that, but she might be onto something there.
Then the culprit finder. And then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that's...
Yeah, I love that. I love the self-reference stuff right now.
Boy, that sounds really too. But I'm just getting.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though. Oh, yeah. So then, why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit.
We shouldn't dismiss the line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
And what other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when Tenko was killed.
When? So, not during seance?
Tenko was in a metal cage where the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point. This is the point of no return. Tenko, after this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right. That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead.
So, she was killed when the room was dark? But she was inside cage, right? Don't you think it impossible to kill her then?
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads. Huh? Well, since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory.
Impossible.
Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
It's time for another non-stop debate.
Okay.
When Tenko got
Iron
killed,
cage. White
it
sheet.
wasn't during the seance!
What about the moment cage was lifted?
Oh, like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed so fast no one saw.
Oh, my.
Can someone put some tape over her mouth? And obviously, Himiko's the culprit.
There's no
Jesus.
doubt.
Tenko not being killed during the seance. Impossible. She couldn't have been killed when the cage was open. I'll prove it. Just out of curiosity. So iron cage. I'm pretty sure it was the white sheet. White sheet was... It's very thick, can't be seen through. There's blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there's no hole in the fabric. I think it's, I think it was, what was it? Fuck, what was his name? Gonta's, statement.
Okay.
There we go. Got it.
You got that, V.
V counter. Break.
Hooray.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't have been blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
Hey Mio, have you ever been to therapy?
What did you just call me?
Mio, have you ever been to therapy?
Do you just call me a drink additive earlier?
I don't know what you're talking about, but you're avoiding the question.
Yeah, I'm Mew.
No comment.
My name is Mew.
Watch it like she did, and they're like at a loss of what to do. Okay.
Shh. Mew's thinking.
The only possibility is that Tenko was... Hold on.
Bullshit!
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Oh, great. Another of these.
No! It's still wrong to think that Tango was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out.
No. Okay.
Tango died after the seance. When the sheet was lifted, that was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tango. They stuck the blade through the gaps of the wood.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade, it'd be long enough to reach Tanko. Sitting in there with her neck exposed.
Nope. That's it. Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage? She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I'm so embarrassed.
No worries, Miyu. Everyone already knows
Jesus
you're an
Christ.
embarrassment to the whole human race. Yeah.
Jesus
No worries.
Christ!
Yeah, I'll go to...
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's possible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
Of course I'm right about her embarrassment.
Yeah, she couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
You're an asshole.
I think you meant to say nugget.
Oh, what are you talking about? That's just not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Just screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances. Oh wait, you can't cause you're as dumb as Miyu. See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it.
Wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
Oh shit. No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
You do.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Well, maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time.
Oh, fuck.
I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
Oh no, fuck.
I'm just. Should I just say who I already know?
You already said it.
Who I think
before.
it is? Oh, well. I'm at this point. I'm playing it off as if it is him. I'm playing it off like it's that he's like losing it a little bit.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it turns out it's not.
What happens if I'm right?
I'll concede.
Cry.
She's referring to, I believe, the only person that was in there, I mean, by the end of the day, was Tanko. So I think what ended up happening was...
You might want to pause.
He can't.
Oh. I can't.
He can't.
Okay. So, as you were saying,
Okay.
sorry, you were under a very strict time limit, so...
So, I think, initially... it didn't matter who. I think if whoever was going, whether it could be Himiko, because initially Himiko was going to go in. Whether it be Himiko or Tanko, somebody was going to die. And I think, me personally, like, the only way that this could be set up is if somebody set up a trap.
Okay.
That's the way I'm kind of rationalizing it. Like, kind of thinking outside the box. Like, in a way, like when that room was prepared, it was set up in a way where that sickle was going to stab someone.
So what would be the motive?
For the individual?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say trying to either talk to the dead. Or, for all we know, the dude's just batshit crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not gonna figure it out.
I believe Maki... Yeah. I believe Maki is referring to Tanko herself.
What did you say?
Are you saying Tanko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tanko stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Miyu actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floorboard.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle? Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah.
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Well, hey, Angie. When did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why'd she do it during the seance?
Well, she wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her. But still...
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive nugget. Excuse you.
I'll stick with what I said.
No.
I mean, I could take it a step further.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. What? That's why I believed in Maki Roll. Because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide. He did just a moment ago.
Oops.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason. All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust me in my detective work. I don't believe Tenko would kill herself, but because of what she said...
Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance. After I kill myself.
She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Because, just because we don't know how she was killed, doesn't mean that it was a suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that. And if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe.
It's time for another all non-stop debate.
So far, suicide seems to be the best estimate.
The plan was to take down, so she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last of her breath, she threw the sickle. She threw the sickle. Ah, that's not me. Shit.
Yep.
Everyone thinks that Tenko commits suicide. But only because they're latching onto the easiest answer. She wouldn't have had the strength to throw away the sigil. I had to lie.
Oh. So, does that all...
Whoa.
Considering Rob
What was that?
in the game right now during
Whoa.
during
What the hell did I
this,
just do?
does that also count as
You
going
slowed-
out of turn?
Yes. Rob, you were slowing down using one of your skills to slow things down, right? Or wait, hold for a lie.
Okay, so hold for lie.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god, Rob and I are really close to a quirk. On so many lines.
Has Rob corrected anyone?
No.
Okay.
Has a brain fart occurred?
Has cursor been shown?
No.
Huh?
No. Brain fart.
What was your question?
Brain fart.
No, not to my knowledge. Perjury.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
Instantly.
Her death may have not been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
She's gonna lie. Maki?
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she just said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
He's gonna get a kick to the shin.
Probably.
Excuse me.
It's okay. It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko. Ah.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be key to solving this mystery. Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need to find some clue that will help me solve the mystery.
How close are we to the end of part 1?
No idea. Don't have the guide pulled up.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something
Oh, I know.
fall, I think.
I'm not concerned about how dark it was. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls, though, was tough.
It was pitch black during the seance. That limits what could have happened. I think Himiko remembered correctly. I also feel like I heard something fall.
So what's it do? What's it gonna choose?
We're getting close to the
So
end of part
during
1.
seance, and then
Okay.
We're almost done. Part 1.
oh, son of a bitch!
Rob?
There we go. There we go.
Nice. Last second. V consent.
You get that, V.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right? Clank.
Thunk. Bang.
Bang.
I don't want to know your name. I just want bang, bang, bang. Chicka bang, bang, bang.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Falling down? Wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought I...
What was that? Can you pull up the transcript?
No.
I thought something fell, but...
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound. Like something hit the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with another thing that happened in the dark. You know what I'm thinking? I think it might have been the floorboard. Okay, yeah. I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with the sound. that floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Would the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. What was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now. Ow.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hid under the floor, then stood up and...
But we already said there was no one underneath the...
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard then.
floorboard then was to come use when you step on it is comes loose when you step on it is dangerous.
Okay, I know what it is. Oh, whoops. Jesus!
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, you.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know? Me and Balls are the best of friends.
Wait. Now that I think about it, there was something off about the floor crosspiece. Could that have something to do with it?
So, what made the floorboard come loose? So what is this going with?
I think it's a crosspiece.
No, I mean, what statement?
Oh. I think it's like... I'll see it.
Okay.
Huh.
Ah, stood up with such might. Gotcha.
Oh, you dick! I still got it, though. So, haha. If Kokichi's right, the floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
But floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room. No, we check out the left room, dude.
When we first saw the room, yes, but when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboard was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it might have been done deliberately.
Wait, someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I need to think carefully about the cross piece and the floorboard. Oh, I think I see what it is. Tanko's body was at one end, and the loose floor and the cross piece had been cut, or that had been cut, was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside of the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only one of the cross pieces was cut, and the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tanko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floor? Think. Come on, think.
Hangman's Gambit.
I think I know what it is.
Ooh. What is it?
Seesaw. Oh, wait.
Seesaw what?
Effect.
Ah.
Picking up on these real quick.
Damn it. Try to find F.
You just passed it. Second one on the middle. Yep.
E.
There's one in the middle. Oh.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
A seesaw?
So
The cross piece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off.
Sorry, Aiden.
The other two cross pieces holding up that board
It was
were
bad.
were close to the cage. What
Damn it.
happened?
I critiqued Aiden.
Thank you.
Fuck!
That was terrible.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, shit. Sorry, Rob.
You quirked me, didn't you?
You quirked yourself.
Huh?
Rob got a quirk.
That's not when I'm talking as my characters, right?
Huh?
I was saying that's not when I'm talking as my characters, right? In terms of
No,
that-
no, yeah, you
that
only
quirk?
talking to us. And you can't cheat by
At
just
least
not
it's only
saying...
15 minutes.
Yeah, you can't cheat by just not saying anything.
Hmm.
Hey, we had to do it.
Yep.
Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up? Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that unless they used the sickle.
Okay.
Almost there, guys.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with the sickle.
Uh-huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with the seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor. The floorboard, seesaw, the cage. I think the only place that it could have been placed was at the top of the cage. The blood on the white fabric. What conclusion can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence. The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobbly, but the statue's weight kept it from falling down. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
How was it disposed of then?
Alright. She's bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather
Kibo.
than bringing the
Kibo.
sickle. Oh, sorry. Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
Just gave yourself a double quirk.
It's crazy.
Already doing 15.
I know, I'm just pointing it out.
It would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So, the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact made floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait! What the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
Sounds like a drink.
Kind of, yeah.
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know. They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit. You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
That wasn't me.
That's fine.
It
It
was
didn't skip
you,
the
wasn't
line.
it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Well, why her?
Because she is the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Oh, why is that?
because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance, is it not, Himiko? However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah, Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance. Okay.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle one. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait, we don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko? Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko? It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel.
Class trial, intermission.
Okay.
Yes, please. Everyone's getting sleepy.
It's a time.
Except for me, I guess.
Let's see. Was the cursor ever shown?
It was not. And depending on whether or not it makes a sound, it depends on whether or not I'm going to get quirked.
In that case, the only way I could get a quirk is if it turns out that Rob had corrected someone.
I would have to watch it back.
So, yeah. But if that didn't happen, I am safe.
So far, well, you gotta send me your card.
Yeah,
Please do.
I'm trying
So
to hurry.
so I can determine whether or not I get quirked.
True.
Damn it! Hey, Rob, I'm joining you tomorrow. Ha 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 ha. Cool. Thanks, Aden. Asshat. Alright,
Not my fault that kind of shit happens.
here is Aiden's quirk card. He is safe, provided that Rob didn't correct anyone. I do have to watch that. I gotta watch it back, because that could potentially happen. So Aiden
Yeah,
may or may not
happened.
be joining us for this punishment, but for sure, Rob and I are being punished next time. Here is Rob and I's cards. Mine is on the left, his is on the right. As you can see, we have tons of X's on our cards. There we go. I'm number 9, he is number 7. Okie dokie. This was part 1 of chapter 3, class trial. What kinds of hijinks will we get into next time? I don't know. But let's put the end screen up. That'll be fun. End screen's up.
Alright, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, it's all in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. On the YouTube side of things, this is Rob, Aiden, MJ signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And we will see you guys next video.
Peace out, my friends.
Hero.
All right. On the Twitch end of things, you can find both Rob and Aiden's socials and channels on my channel in the About tab underneath the Friends panel. Tune in every Saturday and Sunday around 10:30 p.m. Eastern where we go live. I usually post on X whenever we do, which is the same as the channel name. If you want to watch any of our previous VODs, they are permanently archived on the Novakast YouTube channel. There is a playlist. As for the landmine links shown on stream, I will be putting those links in the description of the Novakast and after the stream is done. Thank you so much for those who that just sub to the channel as well as follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, thanks so much. That being said, what kinds of hijinks will we get into next time? Who fucking knows? But in the meantime, class is dismissed. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Goodbye.
Yay.